It is another WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. I'm tracking the possibility of additional flooding issues coming up.
A woman accused of killing her parents is freed from jail. The reason? She was let go.
Calling all zombies. I'm Amber Philpott. Coming up, how folks in this city are hoping the dead will breathe life back into their city.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
We are starting the weekend with, you guessed it, more storms.
Of course, they could bring us heavy rain leading to flash flooding, which is not good. Let's go now to our chief meteorologist, Chris Bailey, for an update on this WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. Chris?
Guys, the stuff that is out there this evening is packing a little bit of a punch with some heavy rain. My main concern, though, is what is yet to come as we go into our Saturday when we get a cold front into the mix and we get a little more widespread shower and thunderstorm action. Short term, though, big complex of thunderstorms impacting western Kentucky. Severe thunderstorm warnings are out for the Bowling Green area into central Kentucky. We're kind of getting just a little side swipe from that action. Some gusty rains here into Anderson County, north of Harrodsburg, Mercer County. Now from Springfield down to Lebanon, showers and thunderstorms trying to brush western sections of Boyle County, and then that action extends back toward the south and southwest. May impact Columbia, Campbellsville, Liberty, and down toward Lake Cumberland as we go through the next couple of hours. This is kind of in a weakening mode right now. That's a good thing. What is ramping it up just a little bit here right on top of Interstate 71, cruising into northwestern parts of Owen County, maybe extreme northern parts of Henry County as well. And that may try to increase a little bit and head toward parts of Franklin and Scott counties and maybe the Lexington Metro if it holds together over the next few hours, because all of this is kind of working in now from northwest to southeast. We will catch a break later tonight, but then more showers and thunderstorms tomorrow fire up as this cold front that is responsible for all the action still well off to our west and northwest. That won't get in here until we go into the afternoon tomorrow, and that is when the prime time will be for some local high water issues. What about your Friday evening that is upon us now? We go through the evening, and it may be trying to weaken out this stuff into southern Kentucky a little too quickly, but that shower and thunderstorm action northern Kentucky does, at least on the future radar, make it into the bluegrass region before it begins to weaken, and then skies overnight may become foggy yet again. But it is later tomorrow, guys, that we will focus on the flash flood threat when I come back in a few.
We are tracking breaking news this afternoon out of Clark County.
State police has started an investigation into a body found down an embankment. The sheriff tells us people collecting cans on Goshen Road near Interstate 64 made the discovery this afternoon. This is video Officer Don shot for us from Sky First. You can see the coroner van and a heavy police presence at the site. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy is live at the scene with the breaking details.
We have been out here for a few hours now, and that police presence is still very heavy. I'm going to step out of the way. I want to give you just an idea of how many people are here. We have Clark County Sheriff's deputies, we have the Clark County coroner, and we have state police. They are all trying to determine an identity on the body that they found here earlier today. The Clark County Sheriff says people were walking on Goshen Road, that's right off US 60, searching for aluminum cans when they found remains. The coroner says that those remains are from one body. Right now it's too early to tell if that body was a man or a woman. The sheriff says the body appears to be that of an adult, but it's hard to tell due to its state. The sheriff does believe the body's been out here for some time. Investigators won't talk about any leads they have right now on who this could be, but we do know that many people have been searching Clark County the last few weeks looking for a northern Kentucky couple, Bobby Jones and Crystal Warner. The couple was believed to have been murdered last month out of Washington County, and state police out of the Columbia Post are investigating their murders. The Clark County Sheriff confirms for us that that same post is now investigating this case. We are live in Clark County. Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Kristen, thank you. Craig Pennington, who rented a cabin in Washington County from the couple, has been charged in the murder. He's pleaded not guilty to 11 counts earlier this week. An 80-year-old woman is recovering at UK hospital after she was beaten during a robbery. Lexington police say a man broke into her home on Dogwood Drive around 4 a.m., demanded money and beat her when she said she didn't have any. The man did get away with a little cash. The victim wasn't able to give police a good description. A woman accused of killing her parents is out of jail.
Police say that Lynette McQueen shot and killed the couple in their Owsley County home back in May. Jail officials released her this morning because she had not been indicted by a grand jury. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner shows us why.
Neighbors say Lynette McQueen was walking here on Wilson Lane earlier today, knocking on doors, asking where her parents are and where her sister is. It's oddly quiet on Wilson Lane, even for rural Owsley County, but neighbors were shocked when the 48-year-old came knocking. Lynette McQueen was in jail, held on a $1 million bond, charged with 2 counts of murder and tampering with evidence. Back in May, a judge denied reducing her bond because the Commonwealth's attorney thought McQueen would run if she got out of jail, and now she's out. That's because her case was sent to a grand jury May 19th, but the Commonwealth failed to indict her within 60 days. Just this week, a family moved into the home where McQueen's sister lived back in May. They say McQueen told them they needed to get out.
She came up and was ringing the doorbell, wanting to know what I was doing here, where her sister was, and then where the people across the street, her parents were, and told us that we didn't need to live here because that was her house. And I told her I didn't know where her sister was, and she wanted to know where her kids were, and I said, I don't know.
Neighbors say McQueen took off down the street and they don't know where she went. In Owsley County, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
Now, McQueen is still charged in the crime. Her case can still be submitted to another grand jury. 2 Clay County officials facing charges this afternoon. Judge Executive Joe Asher and Road Foreman Buford Jarvis are each charged with abuse of a public trust, bribery of a public servant, and criminal possession of a forged instrument. The indictment says the men used public money to do personal work in people's homes. The crimes allegedly occurred between September of 2015 and this July. Kentucky will experience a little bit of Hollywood this weekend.
That's right. Cynthiana is hosting the Walking Dead Day tomorrow in honor of Robert Kirkman, Cynthiana native and creator of the popular AMC series. WKYT's Amber Philpott is live in Cynthiana, where she had a chance to talk with Kirkman about how his city is honoring the show.
Good afternoon to you, Sam and Andrea. A lot of folks know I am born and raised right here in Cynthiana, and I can honestly tell you I have never seen this city more excited about anything. Folks are really ramped up about the Walking Dead Day. Take a look. Victor, I want you to show everybody right down through all of these folks. This line started forming about 2 o'clock this afternoon. All of these folks just so they could get in line to get a special edition copy of The Walking Dead in the morning, I might add. And all of this means big business for this city. The city of Cynthiana is getting ready for something big, really big.
It seems like there's an excitement in the air that you can almost feel.
If you don't care, I'd like to have a picture with you.
Oh, I would love that.
All that excitement has to do with this guy, Robert Kirkman.
It's great for me to actually meet Robert Kirkman. It's a fantastic show. He's done so much for the community. It's just a dream come true to meet the guy.
He's the creator of the Walking Dead comic, TV show, and cult following. This weekend, his fans are flocking to his hometown for Walking Dead Day. He still can't believe all the attention. It's humbling.
I mean, I see the mural. The mural's really cool. It's hard to go, oh yeah, that's a thing I created. You know, that's very strange, but it's nice. I mean, it feels good.
You don't have to look far to know that folks here are very proud of Kirkman and fellow Cynthiana native Tony Moore, who was the original artist on the comic. The two will be honored Saturday. It seems Walking Dead Day here in Cynthiana is breathing life into this city.
We'd love to see our restaurants filled up. We'd love to see our theater filled up, and not just this weekend.
Well, there is a good chance that that might happen. This city of just over 6,000 is expecting some 20,000 folks. There are events going on all day tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. To check out a full list, you can go to WKYT.com. And I just happened to get my hands on that special edition copy of The Walking Dead. That's what all of these folks are lined up. They're going to be here all night, ready to get first thing in the morning. Now, coming up at 6, more of my sit-down conversation with Mr. Kirkman and talking to him about coming home, life after zombies, and all of his success. That's coming up tonight at 6. Live here in Cynthiana. Amber Philpott, back to you.
Amber, thank you. If you're going tomorrow, there will be parking and shuttle buses available from Harrison County High School and Flat Run Veterans Park.
UK kicking off the football season in just 29 days, and we have your first peek at this year's team during Media Day. Our Lee K. Howard's here now in the studio with our Big Blue coverage. Hey, Lee K.
Hey there, Sam. Yeah, a lot has changed in the Kentucky football program since Mark Stoops first arrived at UK. The players, they're better. The facilities are certainly better. And so is the confidence of the team. The team was on the field for the first time this morning for the media day. Pictures, talking to the media. Mark Stoops likes the work that his players have put in over the summer as well, and his team appears focused. Stoops also continues to change the culture that has plagued this UK football program.
We all know you're going to fight history to some extent, and that's always going to be there. That's not going to go away. But we embrace what we have here, what we've done, what we've invested, who we are, who our people are. It's about the product that we put on the field and how we develop players on and off the field. And now we have beautiful facilities to go with it. But as I told them all along, you could have the nicest facilities in the world. It's about what goes on inside the building and what goes on inside the white lines.
And as Coach Stoops said, everything is set up for this team to be successful. Now the talking season is over and preparation begins for the season opener against Southern Miss. Guys.
Can't wait. Thank you, Lee K. And UK's annual Fan Day is tomorrow at Nutter Fieldhouse. An autograph session with the players begins at 9 a.m., followed by open practice at 11. UK's first game is September 3rd. A man has died in a motorcycle crash on a busy Lexington road. We're tracking that investigation.
And there's a new way to allow mothers and their new babies contact more quickly after a C-section. We'll show you how it works in Better Living.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms on the move on this Friday evening. Up next, I'll show you why it is tomorrow that is getting more of my attention for some local high water. Hour-by-hour forecast is after the break. It's WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day, and this is going to roll into the day tomorrow, and it is more for tomorrow than what is out there now. We're just giving you a heads up. But we're still following some showers and thunderstorms that are ongoing. We've had rain in Louisville. We've had heavy rain E-Town. Now severe thunderstorm warning out for the Bowling Green area. Florence, Frankfort, Lexington, not so much, though we've got some action getting close to us. Moorhead, Jackson, Corbin. Many of us are going to stay dry as we go into the evening. Defender Radar Network is picking up on that big complex of thunderstorms western Kentucky. Out ahead of that, weakening action into central Kentucky. Instability just is not there locally. West of Perryville, right on top of Gravel Switch, one of the great names of Kentucky towns and cities across the Bluegrass State, getting in on some showers and thunderstorms now. West of this, look at all that heavy rain lining up and down Interstate 65 for torrential downpours there. And some of that action now trying to develop out ahead of that. So find folks here into Adair County getting in on a couple of raindrops. And all of this is going to try to settle toward the Lake Cumberland region as we go through the next 2 or 3 hours. Let's jump across the Lexington Metro. Let's go into northern Kentucky now, where a couple of rounds of thunderstorms have been pulsing up, dying out, pulsing up, dying out. And latest is to the west of Covington and now getting into Owen County. As we suspected a little bit ago, this is going to dive toward the southeast. You can almost see where it is going based on those little green blobs out ahead of that. Sometimes thunderstorms can tell you where they're going when you look at a radar based on that, and this will likely work into parts of Franklin County and into Scott County as well. Main action, though, missing us, boy, just to the west. I'll tell you, this is a good thing that this thunderstorm complex was not 50, 100 miles farther east, because this area worked over tremendously this week. Western Kentucky, you've had a ton of rain as well this summer, just not so much in the past couple of days compared to your neighbors into central and eastern Kentucky. Everybody tomorrow ahead of a cold front has the potential to get in on some showers and storms. If you have something to do outdoors tomorrow, the farther north you are, the less the chance for rain. The better off you are area-wide of getting those outdoor activities in during the first half of the day. Greatest risk for some high water tomorrow would be for the area I've highlighted in red. That would be areas south of Interstate 64. And that is why we have this WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day. Better weather then coming up for Sunday and into the day on Monday. Hour-by-hour forecast will show how the stuff that is out there this evening begins to diminish. Early tomorrow morning, you're still fair game for a shower or thunderstorm. But watch what happens around the middle of the day. It is muggy. It is tropical. Then all of a sudden we get into the afternoon and evening. Look at the thunderstorms that will be going up 64 and south especially. That would carry us into tomorrow evening with some better weather coming into town on Sunday, though some of the late afternoon runs southeastern Kentucky still have a shower or thunderstorm on Sunday. We'll still go with mainly dry for most of the area. Long range call into next week. The humidity, guys, is going to be off the charts middle and into next week. It's been a tropical feeling summer. Wait until you get into later next week and the following weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I think it'll be even higher than where we've been so far this summer.
My goodness.
And that will likely lead to more heavy rain.
Okay. Thank you, Chris.
You bet.
A collision at Versailles and the circle's been cleared. Still a construction zone there, so slowdowns to be expected. Now, outbound Nicholasville Road, bumper to bumper approaching the Circle 2 in front of the mall this afternoon. Drive times to Versailles were still okay, less than 15 minutes. To Paris Pike looks good. Now back to you in the studio.
Fayette County Schools cut the ribbon on 2 new schools. We'll take you to one of the ceremonies coming up.
A mother awaiting a second trial in her child's death gets a second chance. Why she's being released from jail after a rearrest on WKYT News at 5:30.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
A motorcycle driver died in a crash on a busy Lexington road this morning. The crash happened around 8 a.m. on Newtown Pike between 2nd Street and Maryland Avenue. The victim has been identified as 50-year-old Ryan Kane. Witnesses say he crossed the median and hit a box truck. Police say Kane did not have on a helmet. They're still trying to figure out why he crashed.
2 juveniles face charges for a string of crimes. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Franklin County. Police say the 2 teenagers in this video stole a truck in the Oaks neighborhood last month. They're also suspected in other thefts and vandalism cases. In Hardin County, an Elizabethtown police officer dragged by an ATV is out of the hospital now. Officer Ron Caffey suffered a traumatic brain injury as a result of the incident last month. Caffey tried to stop a group of ATVs, but one sped away, dragging the officer with him. That driver, Alex Dow, was arrested and charged with assault.
Today, the ceremonial ribbon was cut on 2 new schools in Fayette County. The first was at Coventry Oak Elementary on Georgetown Road. The second will welcome more than The school, will welcome more than 500 students when classes begin next Wednesday. Principal Shemaya Ford says she's excited to give back to the community where she grew up.
This is not only a career for me, it is a passion for me, and I am so excited to make history with these students and staff.
Fayette County Superintendent Manny Cox says the school was finished on time and within budget. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was also held at Garrett Morgan Elementary. We'll take you to that event tonight at 6. A man is in jail accused of trying to kill deputies. We'll tell you about the incident that ended up in his arrest on WKYT News at 5:30.
There's a type of C-section allowing mothers and babies to be together sooner after birth. We'll explain how it works in Better Living.
Now it's time for Better Living, health, education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Typically, babies delivered by C-section have limited contact with their mother when they're born, but there's a new procedure changing that. Jennifer Lammer shows us how the gentle C-section works.
Baby Andrew is almost a year old now, but during delivery he had some trouble coming out. So his mom Erica's doctor said she would need to get a C-section.
I think I wanted to try to go natural, but when when the C-section was really my only option.
It's a common birth method in the U.S. 1 in every 4 babies is born cesarean, but many women describe the process as traumatic.
The original C-sections that we do really sort of exclude the patient. There's an opaque drape. Patient gets to see the baby just momentarily.
That's why Dr. Angelo Cumella at Northern Westchester Hospital suggested a relatively new approach to cesarean called the gentle C-section. The incision is the same. What's different is what happens after the baby is delivered.
We use a clear drape. We try to get the room set so it's for patient comfort. It's a little quieter. We put any type of specific music that they may request. Once the delivery is performed, we actually put the baby by the drape itself so the mother can hold the baby for a moment or so.
Dr. Cumella brought the gentle C-section here to Northern Westchester after reading about it in a medical journal. Since then, he's delivered dozens of babies that way, and he says the procedure has gotten so popular, mothers are now requesting it.
There's more bonding. There's more skin to skin. The mom's interacting with baby immediately. Baby's breastfeeding. We have many moms that breastfeed immediately afterwards.
Although cesarean wasn't Erica's first choice as a first-time mom, she says the gentle C-section was as close as it gets to what she had always imagined it would be like to bring her child into the world.
It's probably the greatest feeling in the world to hold your child for the first time. I just remember, you know, like seeing him for the first time and just saying, you know, like, I love you. You know, and I had tears in my eyes because, you know, you wait so long to meet him and then he's finally here.
Now here's what's coming up at 5:30.